Ms. Wheeler, you need to show your video and unmute. All right, and Mr. Guy, are you stationary? I don't believe in zooming and driving.
Judge, yeah, let me pull over.
Okay, look at me saving lives in my spare time. All right, we're going to go on the record. 2023 CR 3544, State of Texas versus Garland Green. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ruben Herrera for the state.
Defense.
Robert Gear for defense, Your Honor.
All right, and you're Garland Green.
Yes, ma'am.
Any objections to Mr. Gear appearing by video, state?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, and any objection to Ms. Wheeler appearing by video?
No objection from the state.
All right, Ms. Wheeler, what are you wearing?
Clothes?
Oh, okay. All right. I just saw a shoulder. Like, please have on clothing.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So there was a no contact order that was put in place by the court, and I informed both parties that I would reconsider if you appear. So if you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You all can, excuse me, sir, Mr. Pettis, if you all can move down to that end. All right. If you'll state your name for the record.
Jesse Wheeler?
All right, Ms. Wheeler, I'm being asked to consider allowing you to have contact with Mr. Green. Has Mr. Green been staying with you since this incident?
Yes, off and on.
Are y'all currently living together?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
All right, here's the thing. I'm not trying to trap anyone into the fact that they may have violated some sort of orders. I'm just trying to figure out whether or not he should be allowed to have contact with you. That's all I'm here for. So have you all been living together?
Yes.
All right. Have y'all been living together since this incident?
No.
All right. When did y'all start back living together?
We were told that the order was lifted. God, I think back in, I don't know, because CPS got involved and then she said the order was lifted. So that's when we were actually able to start staying with each other again.
And when was that? Has it been this month?
Has it been this month?
Yes.
Yeah, this month, last month. So.
All
Yeah.
right. So are you all in counseling?
Yes, we are.
Couples counseling?
Marriage counseling, and we both do counseling separately.
Do you wish for Mr. Green to continue to stay at the home with you?
Yes.
All right. Any questions?
No question from the state.
All right, then I'm going to change the order to no harmful or injurious contact with Jesse Wheeler. Ms. Wheeler, if there are any issues at the home, you can just let his probation officer know. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
All right. Anything else?
No,
All right. Thank you.
thank you, Judge.
We'll close the record. Thank you, Mr. Greer. You can have.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Wheeler.
Thank you.
Richard Ramos. And state if there is anyone who has not, any defense attorney who has not appeared and they have someone in custody, you need to let the deputies know. All right, this is no application. Are you all ready to proceed?
Yes.
Court is calling 2023 CR 6038, State of Texas versus Richard Gabriel Ramos. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense.
Marshall D. White for Mr. Richard Ramos, the defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Richard Ramos?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Ramos, I'm going to need you to speak up so the court reporter can hear, okay? Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
I believe I have it this time, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Ramos, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Are you proceeding with the enhancement allegation?
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, just. This is a counsel.
Ah,
Sorry.
no, my fault.
Step by step, boy.
Here you go. Mr. Ramos, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of assault of a public servant bodily injury? If the enhancement allegation is proven to be true, that will be a second-degree felony. The range of punishment will be anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to need you to speak up, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I didn't know the papers, okay.
Oh, that's okay. All right. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do believe he does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do believe he was, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramos, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yeah.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, you agree that you've been previously convicted of a previous felony. Punishment is to be assessed at 7 years in the prison. There are no applications. The state will take in consideration 2023 CR 6039 and 712653. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense,
Yes, Your Honor.
state,
Yes, Your Honor.
showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Mr. Ramos, showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
What was that again, ma'am? Sorry.
All right. Did you understand the waiver of appeal paragraph that you signed? This paragraph where your signature is listed. Did you understand it?
No, can you read it out again?
I'm sorry, what?
No, can you read it again?
What did he say?
He said, no, like, can you read it again?
All right. So, first of all, did you sign this?
Oh, yes, yes,
Did you go over it with your attorney?
yes.
All right. When you sign this, what you're saying is that you are waiving your right to appeal. And waiving your right to appeal is, in layman's
Oh,
terms,
no, I don't want-
waiving your right to complain about a sentence. Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal?
Oh,
Now,
I
the
understand.
only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. You understand?
Okay.
Did you understand that?
Well, I didn't understand the appeal, no. About
Right,
the
do you
appeal.
understand it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you still wish to continue?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, they have not. But I will just say, Judge, with respect to this, it's the same document, certification of your right of appeal, it's the same thing. Okay, you understand? The judge doesn't want you to have no right of appeal. I did explain that to you. Yes.
All right. Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
And to the enhancement, how do you plead? True or not true?
Against me is a prior conviction. What do you mean, like the enhancement of the prior conviction? Oh, yeah.
Did you review?
You have to say true or not true. Is it true?
It's not true. It's not.
All right, so I'm going to read it to you and I want you to answer if it's true or not true, okay? It says, and it is further presented in and to said court that before the commission of the offense alleged above, and when they say offense alleged above, they mean what you're here for now, on the 16th day of July 80, 2010, and cause number 2006 CR 9302 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant was convicted of the felony of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams. So is that true? Were you previously convicted of that felony?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you plead true to that?
Well, yeah, that I wasn't, yeah, that I went to prison for that, yes.
All right, so is it true or not true?
True.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
Yes, Your Honor, State Exhibit number 1 with all its attachments.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramos, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state is going to be presenting their evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancement true based upon your plea of true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Respectfully, Your Honor, we ask the court to follow the plea bargain that Mr. Ramos has entered into with the state of Texas.
All right, Mr. Ramos, it appears that you were having a bad day.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any mental health issues, prior drug issues?
I had an evaluation for DWI.
All right, the court will follow your agreement. The court will sentence you to 7 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, take in consideration 2023 CR 6039 and County Court Cause number 712653. Counsel, is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ramos, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Ramos, do you have any family in Bear County?
Ma'am.
Do you have any family here?
Yes, yes.
Do you have a support system?
Yeah.
All right,
So yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
thank you, counsel. So when you get out of prison, you need to make some changes, because otherwise, if you pick up a new offense, your attorney, I'm sure, has probably told you this. I know he probably did. You will be listed as a habitual. And if and if you're listed as a habitual and you pick up a felony, depending on the felony it is, your minimum sentence would be 25 years. How old are you?
34.
All right, at some point, you're going to get to the point where I am, which is I'm in the twilight of my life. You only have about 20 more years before you're in the twilight of your life. Don't let the majority of your time have been spent in prison. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck,
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Ramos.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. All right. I'm gonna follow up on the other things. No, I'll be back. I got breath.
All right. David Duenas. Hello, good morning. So what is happening with this case? Last time we were here is for CPS records,
Your Honor,
and they don't exist, or do they exist?
I think they do. And so I'm not entirely sure why we don't have them. We did subpoena them back in, I think, March, right before it was indicted. My investigators at lunch, I've been texting him. But we are also conferring on a plea. Contemporaneous with trying to track that down, and I think we may be close to that. So I would just respectfully ask for maybe a week so I can get a final answer on the CPS.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you put this at the end of August or either the week of August 21st?
Yes, please.
All right, we'll see you all back here on August 31st.
Excellent, Your Honor.
Just sign the reset form and then you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, the next person up is Thomas Blinko. And this is an application probation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is calling 2021 CR 9763C, State of Texas versus Thomas Blinko. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Defense?
Roger Pettis, Your Honor.
And are you Thomas Blinko?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Blinko, I'm going to show you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yeah.
That's either yes or no.
Yes.
All right. Going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Blinko, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of robbery? If the state presents evidence that proves the repeater paragraph, then your range of punishment will be anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Blinko, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page, did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. State recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
It is, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there been any such motions?
Any such questions? Any such questions?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours of community service restitution, no contact with Jeremy Fierce, Fearce, Juan Mello, Mello, Anthony Kochanski, Kochanski. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to
Yes,
abide by those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And to the enhancement allegation, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
State any evidence to support the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. State Exhibit number 1 with all of its attachments. No objections, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancement true based upon your plea of true in states exhibits 1 and attachments. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Two things, Your Honor. One, may I present this folder with a few
Yes.
letters? And I have two individuals here. But before I ask them to come up, I have been touched by Mr. Blinko, not by him personally as much as by the support that he has here. He had 6 people here. One has had to leave.
Mhm.
And you have many of the pieces of correspondence that basically cite him as a success story. This gentleman was a homeless gentleman before. Once he got through this cycle, he's become a volunteer, an amazing volunteer, to the extent that he had 6 people here in court all morning waiting to share with me and with you, Your Honor, and with him. It's been very emotional for him, but they're amazing. And 2 of them would like to share just a couple of comments.
Okay, and he's still at the Pay It Forward?
I'm sorry?
Is he still at the Pay It? Are you still at Pay It Forward?
Yes.
All right. And I understand that all of this started with allegations that the victims were selling drugs
Correct.
underneath the bridge. So I'm aware of all of these programs. So this truly is a success story. And I understand that there are issues that happen. I mean, next time you just got to call the police. You understand?
Yes.
All right. So who would you like to bring forward?
Brittany and Valerie.
Sure. No, it doesn't have to be on the record. Hello.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Brittany Ackerson.
Mhm.
I am the Assistant Director of Courtroom Opens San Antonio and have been working with Mr. Thomas Blinko for years. If you don't mind, I wrote some notes down. Okay. We've worked with him for a very long time and he's done a lot for this community. So this is just a couple that I could pull off the top of my head.
Okay.
First of all, how he got arrested was he got his birth certificate and he was really excited. He's never had a Texas ID before. So in doing the ID recovery process, found out he had the warrant and then waited outside for PD. When PD showed up, they knew who he was and the police officer tried to go talk to the magistrate judge, but wasn't able to do that. So Mr. Blinko was living under the bridge for quite some time and ran the bridge for quite some time. He got into inpatient treatment on his own volition. He came to us, said, I need to go to detox, I need to go to treatment. And I said, we like to test people. If they really want it, they're going to show up. So I told Blinko, show up tomorrow. And he did. And I took him to detox and treatment. He graduated treatment. He went into outpatient treatment on his own. He goes to AA meetings throughout the city of San Antonio and leads them. He shows up at Corazon and Cam literally every day to give back to his peers that he lived with on the streets. He's trained police cadets in homelessness, which I'm sure Val will speak more about. He shows up as a father to his children, his actual children, and his children out in the street as well. He's reconnected with family for the first time in years. He's encouraged people to seek treatment throughout the city. So this is where I'm going to try not to get emotional, but I will. So not only does he show up for his fellow peers homeless, that I appreciate you. My eyes are leaking. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
So not only does he show up for his peers out on the street and direct them in changing their life, he knows the severity of what we do working with the unsheltered population and that we're surrounded with death more so than life. So as we are helping people, he comes in and supports us as well. He truly is a success story and a model in this community. And I'm really proud of him. That's all I have. Thank you
All right.
so
Thank
much.
you so much for coming down and show support. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Valerie Salas. I'm the Director of Homeless Services at Christian Assistance Ministry. I'm also a person with lived
I'll
experience.
slow down a little bit.
Sorry.
That's okay. Don't be nervous.
I'm very nervous. I'm
I think I may have met you before, but okay.
I'm a person with lived experience as well. I've been sober, clean and sober for 9 years. I'm also the board chair president of the lived experience advisory board under Sarah, which is South Alamo Regional Alliance of the Homeless. And I met Tomas in 2017, and I just want to say his transformation is, we're in recovery, we're a program of action, not promotion. And he's wholeheartedly stepped into that. I've sat in with him, not just from I used to case manage him, but it grew into something more, where we needed him and where the areas we needed him in is his story and testimony of the way he lives his life now. We partner really closely with SAPD. We started a cadet program with them where we actually train the cadets before they hit the streets to understand what it is to serve the homeless, because many of the calls will be on the homeless. He's the first person we pulled in and testify and share his story with them, and he does those with us. He shows up every day to our campus to serve. I've sat in with AA meetings with him when he gets his sobriety chips and see the light that goes off when that happens. I'm sorry.
No problem.
But I personally, as a person with lived experience and a person who runs a campus that helps a lot of people, we need that light to show others that recovery is possible and that a second chance of life is possible. And Tomas is a living and breathing example of that. So
Right.
that's really all I have.
Thank you so much. And thank you all so much for coming. So here's the number one question. He's probably not going to be released from the Bexar County Jail till 1 a.m. So is there going to be somebody available to pick him up? Okay, so everybody said they'll pick you up. All right. I appreciate the fact that we're back on the record. I appreciate the fact that you actually found out you had a warrant, turned yourself in. Most people who are not in recovery, they try to dodge things instead of saying, this is a problem, this is an issue, I'm going to face it head on. So I appreciate that. And the testimony that they've given to you reminds me of when I go to drug court graduations or graduations from treatment and see the changes in people. So I really appreciate that. All right. But next time, call police. Don't confront anybody. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever consideration you can make on the agreement based on those comments, we'd appreciate, Your Honor.
All right. So this is what the court will do. Court is finding you guilty. As previously stated, the enhancement, true. Court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 3 years. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. 200 hours of community service restitution probation. The community work that he does, once you get information about what he's doing in the community, you can count that towards his community service hours. And are you going to be staying at Pay It Forward? All right. So I'm going to put out here you to reside at Pay It Forward. Once they do their transitioning, which I know they do, just keep in contact with probation.
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs and probation. Some of the programs that he's involved in, they do the UAs. So if you all want to coordinate with them on that, you can. And it's the same thing with field visits. I'm going to order field visits 4 times over the span of his length of probation. There's to be no contact. I don't know how he does the no contact if these persons are homeless.
One person was incarcerated, Your Honor, and the other is also on probation. But you're right, we'll waive that if that makes it.
All right, so we'll waive the no contact, but you know who the parties are. Hopefully, do not have any contact with them. If you see anything suspicious, then you'll just need to call the police. You understand? And he's to continue with his current treatment plan. And that includes the sober support meetings that he does.
The AA meeting?
Yes, they call them sober support meetings here, but they're the same thing.
Yes.
All right, and there's to be proof of employment within 60 days of release. There's to be.
Judge, he's on SSI and primarily volunteering his time.
All right, so you'll need to provide then proof of employment or either SSI within 60 days. There's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court? All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. I'm going to return this to you so that he can have it. And great work. I'm glad that you have changed your life.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, I will. Oh, okay, I will. And you all, thank you. Can I have everybody come up, please? The people came to support him. Oh, he wants to know who he can call for a ride.
Just run down the list. Run down the list. If one doesn't answer, call the next.
All right, I want to thank you all for coming down to support him, because sometimes when bad things happen to you and you are saying in your mind, I'm on the straight path, how could this happen? Things tend to go downhill because you're thinking nobody's going to believe I've ever changed. So I want to thank you all so much for supporting him and for the work that you do in the community, because without you all, community is not going to get better. I am one of those judges that I believe if the community can be protected and people still get their treatment and change their lives around, I'm all for it 100%. And I know the state and defense counsel will tell you that as well. So thank you all for what you do in the community. And if ever you want to bring somebody down here to see what happens in the court, you're always welcome, because sometimes people go to prison because that's what happened. And it happens sometimes. I don't take any joy in sending people to prison though. But I know I've met some of you to different events I've gone through in this San Antonio heat. People don't realize that you guys are out there and it's 100 degrees and there's no fan and it's hot. I go out there and I'm from the South. I tell people I am not glistening anymore. I'm sweating. It's just you're drenched. So I really appreciate that. And if you all ever need anything or there's some issues or some programs you want to let me know about, please feel free to come in and talk to me about that and drop off whatever documents you have, because I will take use of programs that are available for people. We're always looking for different things for mothers with children, for young people, because we get a lot of those in here. All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Hey, stay hydrated.
Johnny, can I have 60 seconds?
All right. I'm gonna put the timer on.
I've got it. John Meyer, we're set for October 11th, I believe.
Yes.
I have Baird, my lawyer, my counsel in Austin.
Yes.
Mr. Garahan told me that December 4th would work on his calendar. Mr. Wilkins, I think, agrees. Can we set it for December 4th?
I'll need the file. So if you grab the file in the back.
Does that
Yes.
count on my 60 seconds?
Yeah, you're 60. Yeah, you got to run, Mark. Okay, thank you. All right. Sir, who are you?
That's my client.
Ah.
And I judge, there were signs that said. One sign, Judge.
One sign. So did you get your paperwork done? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. All right, we're ready. Let's do this. I'm sorry. It's for deferred counsel. I'm sorry, probation. Look at me.
We will need a PSI.
All right.
Your Honor, it's silent.
Okay. Court is calling 2019 CR 6497A, State of Texas versus Mark Anthony Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar from the state of Texas.
Defense.
Joseph Stateson.
And are you Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
I did review, understand this.
Showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Going to show you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find. I'm sorry, just 1 second. See, this is what happens when you multitask. I'm reading the police report plus giving him instructions. Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rodriguez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No,
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
no,
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
absolutely.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Who's the no contact order against?
Oh, sorry, I think I added that.
No problem. The court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to plea, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There are no, the state is silent on your application. There's to be restitution, if any, to Jose Montoya. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and the court, if the court finds there was a deadly weapon, then the court will find there's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Do you understand that as well?
Yes.
Okay. Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
I had filed some motions. Because we worked a deal out, for the record, I think he had 13 prior settings with Randy Martinez, who did not file motions.
Okay.
I expedited motions being filed, but my client had accepted an offer. So I don't believe the motions have been presented for a hearing.
All right, then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contact.
State any evidence?
State offer states exhibit 1 in all attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign them in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to a jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments or review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. This will come back on August 12th. We'll do a PSI and TAP evaluation. At that time, the court will make its decision on your application based upon any evidence that's presented and also the PSI report. Yes. I'm sorry, October 12th. I'm just seeing if everybody's listening to what I'm saying. So we'll bring you back on August 12th, okay? I keep saying August 12th. Why do I keep saying that? It's been a long day. October 12th. That's when we'll bring you back. And Justice States is so nice. He was trying to interrupt me without interrupting me. Because no matter what you say to Joseph, his level stays here. He's like,
I don't raise my voice.
it's like that day has passed, so we're going back in time. All right, we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a seat, Crystal. Actually, somebody's.
Yes, in the chat. All right, so Meyer, December 4th. Is that correct?
Please, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you December 4th.
Now, is that the date both of us need to be here, jury selection the next day?
Is
Or
that a Tuesday or a Monday?
Monday.
No, we'll start jury selection on Tuesday. So both of you all will need to be here on the 5th. And so you will be here on the 4th
I'll be
though,
here on the 4th
with your client.
with Mr. Meyer, and Mr. Baird will be available on the 5th.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right. So the only persons we have left is we have Amanda Griffin.
Your Honor.
All right, can I see the file on Amanda Griffin? Ms. Griffin, why were you late?
I'm sorry, Mayor. I was late. I ran into traffic and
Oh, come forward.
I apologize. It won't happen again.
All right, where are we on discovery?
Yes, Judge. With regard to discovery, we believe there may be some outstanding videos. Judge, the offense report does mention that the complaining witness stated that she believed there may be a video at the location. So I notified the state and we'd be requesting for them to double check if that's in the state's possession, that be turned.
All right, is that the only thing, just the videos?
I believe at this time, Your Honor, yes.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, if you can recall this for 30 days, that will be the last setting for discovery, and you need to make sure you're on time.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
September
September
See,
18th.
everybody's doing it. September 18th.
I can't believe we're already there. It's crazy.
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor.
All
Appreciate
right.
the court's
Once
time.
you're welcome. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
I'm sorry, Judge, it won't happen.
No problem. All right, and could I see? We need Eric Flores. I know he's been sent back. Page 13. He's in custody. Eric Thomas Flores.
Sent them back already.
No, I know. He's been sent back. His attorney didn't show.
No, his attorney did show up.
Chumley?
He was here
Oh, well, when are we bringing him back?
on Thursday. Thursday? Yes, Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday.
All right, so he'll be back on Thursday. Okay, Thursday. And then we have Matthew Dotson.
Your Honor, he did not show up.
All right, then file a motion to revoke and I'll sign it. And then Cristobal Miranda.
We're bringing it back Thursday, Judge.
Okay.
Lot of sending back.
Oh, yeah, those are the rules. We said we're gonna follow our rules.
And Mr. Wallace did not show up either, but his warrant is active.
All right, and Ms. Glass.
Last did not come in.
All right, and neither did our attorney show.
I received an email from Adrian Bettis about a week ago. And I forgot to forward it to you, Judge.
All right,
I asked for it to get recalled next week, but that was my fault. So he was asking for it to be recalled.
all right, put it on. Well, I like in this court, when we make mistakes, we own it. That's what I say. All right, so we will put it on.
He was asking for the 21st.
All right, we'll do August 21st. And see, that was a mistake, not a choice. So we'll put it on August 21st. All right, so I think we're done for today, and then I will see you all back on Monday. But on Monday, we are doing our book club meeting, no matter what goes down. Monday, we're doing our book club meeting. No matter what goes down, we're doing our book club meeting. Yeah. So we're going, well, you know what? If I mention the name Chloe, it'll all come back to you. All I have to do is say Chloe. Or either I'll say, let me babysit the baby. Then you'll remember. Okay. So we will do that. And